Hey guys, I just realized that I didn't have my microphone on. It was mute. And so I am here now. It's Thursday, December the 1st. The New York session is open. I was just talking about the two trades that I took this morning. No big deal. They're on the YouTube there, on the YouTubes, and you can watch the videos there and enjoy those. But watching now after this big spike up on the 8:30 news, now we're watching to see what happens here in this first candle. What I will tell you is that what I'm likely to do is edit out that first chunk. And so if you all of a sudden, hear me showing up like right now talking to you, is because I edited out the first few minutes where I didn't have my microphone on. All right. Watching now. I think what I should do is just never put my microphone on mute, then I never have to worry about having to put it back on. Let's take a bigger picture view here of this, shall we? Yeah, I mean basically clean air up above. I'm going to drop over to the 4-hour chart here and see what's going on. Yeah, there it is. All right, so the next resistance is in fact right here. You see it there? That's real. And then we get smooth sailing for this thing beyond that. So let's do this legitimately, shall we? Flip back over to the 10-minute chart. Revise the zones. Make sure that we're accurately portraying the picture here. And that we're incorporating all areas that might become problematic. And when I say problematic, I simply mean that may cause price action to pause for a little bit. That's all. Okay, good. That's better. Pushing up now, 4 minutes to go in the candle though. So for those of you who are new to the channel, that's probably most of you because the channel's only been around for 6 weeks. Started this whole thing in October. We just finished November. And I think it's 240 videos already recorded and uploaded in just over a month. So very prolific in terms of content. And for those who are new, I typically use the first 10-minute candle just to watch the market, to gauge what's happening, and that becomes my opening range. My minimum opening range is the height of the first 10-minute candle. Very simple stuff, right? Very, very simple. Not very much range bound for now. I'll flip you over to the VWAP as well. I like to use VWAP from time to time. This is the 1-minute chart. This was Asia. Typically narrow range, right? Then we get range expansion in London. Almost always happens like that. And then typically we get even more range expansion in New York for the NASDAQ and for the Dow and for the E-minis, the S&P, right? It's just the way this works. We see that almost every day. So nothing major going on. You'll see that prices are basically dancing around the volume-weighted average price of all transactions in this futures session. So there's no disequilibrium at the current time to speak of. I'm going to neaten this up or tidy this up a little bit here by removing those zones. Don't need those anymore. Don't need this one. This rejection wick matters. Just went down here. "49 seconds left, guys, in this opening candle. So far, there's no information here for me. Meaning no useful information in terms of entries or setups. We are dead center of the opening candle, dead center, and now a little bit below, and center of my minimum opening range. Okay, guys, there's nothing happening here. What I am going to do is put you on pause for a while. I'll bring you back if anything interesting happens. Otherwise, we may just end the stream later. But I'll be back for you 1 second. For me, it could be many minutes. Talk soon. Okay, guys, we're back. Quite a few minutes have passed now. We get the second 10-minute candle closing in 1 minute and 40 seconds. It's not doing anything of note yet, but we're getting there. If we could break into this next zone and close into this next zone, we might have a possible opportunity at a buy here or a long, right? So I'm going to go over to my platform as well. I'm going to set up excuse me, set up nothing because we're pulling back into the range again. I'm just going to get this out of the way so we don't get confused here. "45 seconds left in this candle. Let's see if we can get a last minute push." It's really trying, isn't it? All right, new candle. New candle. Watching super close here. Actually, I've taken an entry. Very unusual entry for me. I've just entered now, and I will try to explain to you why I did. This one's going to be tougher because it's more of an instinct thing. One to one. Looking for 25 points. Tighten my stop dramatically now and going for this Wickfill only. Just watching price action here. Still in. I will likely edit out some of this dead air here too, guys. So if you see a jump in candles, that's why. Bit of a push now. Let's see if we can close this. Shut this wick down. In the meantime, let me try to explain why I took this. It's not my normal setup that I show. I do take trades like this, but I haven't shown you this yet. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Done. Okay, so the reason is, the trade is done. It's 13.25. The reason I took this trade is because of the fact that these are, let me just take this range marker out. It's a breakout of our opening range. I want to put that back in so you can see. So you might say, well, you broke out here too. Well, that range didn't exist in the London session. The range was created because of the opening wicks, opening candle here, and expanded to include this. Once that happened, tried to push up, rejected down a little bit, and then broke above. That was enough for me to enter. It's also important to understand that New York brings in a whole new batch, massive group of traders that were not participating until this very moment. So a new mindset, obviously bullish bias from the get-go. First candle is always a flurry, right? It started off as a blue candle, then became white, then became blue, finished kind of white, but then very much a bullish bias. That was enough for me to say we could flip the coin here to close that wick, and there's that 13.2. I actually don't trust it beyond that yet. After this price action begins to mature, it may come in for another trade a little bit later. Thanks for joining me, guys. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Have an amazing day.